Whenever I am asked the question of what religious order I am a member or follower of, I reply that I am a realist. I strongly believe that it is what it is and will be what it always was. Real is not fake, but fake is real. Read that again. Amazing how 8 simple words can speak a million sentences. This perhaps being the number one belief of a realist. Reality is as real as you interpret it to be. Believe what your cerebral cortex tells you. Have faith in the existence of a higher power. Have faith that prayers and a clean life will gift you with a wonderful life and comfortable living. Apply this to all we know, see, hear, study and share coexistence with. Every and all that exists in what we know as our life and our world exists due to science, technology and the direct impact of our decisions. Live a lie and your life is untrustworthy. Live a transparent and honest life and you will have a wonderful existence. A condensed simplified definition would be that age-old saying. If it quacks like a duck. Being a realist gives me an advantage over the majority of the religious people in my life. Whether they are in my most intimate circle, or my immediate family, or my best friends for life, all the way to distant acquaintances. Their disadvantages being that their ability to see the realities of life is blinded by the doubt and misinformation their religious beliefs tell them to believe. I do not wear the rose-colored glasses of any religious sex mass hypnosis. First, in my opinion, that is all fake. The Bible was written in a way that would be understood by the average person during those times. Society of mankind was not as intelligent or as educated as today's mankind has become. This is why you will discover the majority of the stories between its sacred covers are written similar to that one would expect to see in a child's book. I am a realist. Religions, in my opinion, are merely gangs. Like gangs, you have a minority of law-abiding gangbangers and then you have the majority who can best describe seedy criminal types. Majority rules and the minions follow. I further elaborate that I do not believe in the practice of any religion that comes with an owner's manual. All religions are manifestations of the interpretations of secularists. Show me an example of a religion that is not a cult. Catholicism, Protestant, Judaism, Muslim, Baptist, Pentecostal and all others are micro-societies embedded within the boundaries of communal living. All demand the congregation obey and follow the rules of their self-published book of good and evil. It is not surprising that of the 5,000 plus religions being practiced worldwide, all claim that their God and their way is the one and only true deity. I believe that in life science is a prime necessity and should be partnered with faith. Faith has no temple or a tithes bank account. All have set punishments for transgressions and falsehoods. All offer only the promise of a better afterlife as reward for obedience and blind faith. Religions are a necessary and an integral part of society, from which the average Joe and Jane benefit daily and, depending on the religion, learn the do's and don'ts of life and love. Don't get me wrong. I am not suggesting that we do away with religions and temples of worship. In fact, I strongly believe that they must exist. Society's flock of mass-influenced followers of faith have an immature attitude. The human brain is but a formatted hard drive with a small, but powerful factory-installed OEM operating system. It requires a constant input of information, updating and training. Much unlike the majority of all other living species in existence, which are born with a pre-programmed complex 128 operating system, fully equipped with the most up-to-date necessary programs. From their parents they require protection and nutrition and to be taught how to use their physical abilities. Danger and safety of all aspects of life is genetically in place from the first spark of existence. Nurtured by natural parenting techniques and instinct. And yet, we call them animals. Average Joe and Jane are confused drooling lap puppets at birth. They will learn their manners, family values and the rules of engagement with their fellow sheeple from schools and religious institutions. This will never cease. Each new day will present new challenges and new curiosity. The fortunate ones will have proper parental support and protection. Protection from the dark side of life. The hunger for knowledge will become an eternal necessity. If they are wise, they will embrace the rays of light. As maturity arrives, they will readily make use of the knowledge that life presented. The few who are raised and molded into adulthood by lesser parental figures will suffer a life that began with a deficit. Robbed of the ability to realize that they, too, deserve to live in the light. Religion played and plays, still, a huge role in the logistical process of society. Patriarchal schools taught the commandments necessary to live a wholesome life. Each religion does its best to mold their respective congregation into a herd of minions that collectively share the same beliefs and values. This could be glorious or it could very likely lead to groups of inglorious bastards. Depending upon which religion they are sheeple of will be what determines if they are passive or aggressive. For modern times have led to the weaponization of religious organizations. Faith has never changed. But, the average Joe has no idea there is a difference between faith and religion. So, religion is needed so as to keep, we the people, in sync with our brothers and sisters in arms. Sadly, modern society has slowly veered to the right of logic. Most cannot define the difference between the two. There is a small percentage of people who fall into a whole different category of citizenship. They are those who do not believe in religion and ritualistic pagan meetings. The Urban Dictionary has defined them as light workers. I am one. Hence my moniker, Light House. As are a vast majority of my acquaintances. We are the realists. We believe in the sciences. We interpret everything from a logical perspective. We do not believe in the practice and participation of religion. However, we have a deep-rooted faith. For faith is not man-made. To have a deep-rooted faith is to have belief in a higher power. Only a fool lives life with no faith. Faith is a necessity if you wish to live a wholesome, prosperous and meaningful life. Religion is a vessel of division manufactured by secular tribes since the beginning of recorded history. Responsible for the majority of all wars. It will eventually be the dark angel that reaps destruction of all we know as modern society. I say this as I see it from a realist point of view. If you give enough unbiased thought at what you have been taught via religion, you will notice that right from the get-go religion is a dark horse in a darker storm. It preaches, and rightfully so, that we should live life in a wholesome, proper and compassionate manner. There lays nothing wrong with that whatsoever. The 10 Commandments are without a doubt an excellent foundation to living in a communal society and all the adversities that accompany it. However, it paints a two-sided story. First one being one of living in the glorious hereafter, where all is beautiful, calm and full of love. The second paints a gruesome, horrific picture of burning in the fires of Hades and of incomprehensive existence of agony and pain. It preaches living a beautiful life if we follow their doctrines. Also preaching that, no matter what, we will suffer for our personal sins, transgressions and the sins of our ancestors. It instills in our subconscious that we must worry about stepping out of bounds, for if we were to do so then we would suffer the full wrath of their Lord. That we shall have suffering of various sorts throughout our lives and we should grin and bear it. That we live in constant fear of falling into the realms of a satanic master. Religion is important and does serve a positive purpose in our lives. It teaches right from wrong and good from bad, etc. With humanity still in its infancy, rules and regulations are greatly needed. As our guidance and direction. We are young in this universe. Mere babes in the woods. We are flawed in numerous ways. We are civilized, but also barbaric. We love and we love to hate. Worst of all, we are very judgmental towards our fellow man. Something that is not a trait of any other living species. I look at life from many angles. I dissect and analyze all I encounter and all thoughts within my head. I weigh good against bad, happy against sad, and then I decide what route I shall take. I understand that in reality it is what it is. The solution to all and anything is what choice you decide. For life is real. As real as it gets. Many people go through their entire life blinded by ritualistic views and regulations. Me? Well, I see it as it is. Everything is simply what you see. Real is as real as it shall ever be. I will leave you today with these thoughts in mind. What is real to me? Who is the real me? What life is real to me?